you have a coalition government currently.
Right.
Do you think that they have the will, the mandate to do this?
Okay, who are the lead partners? BJP, TDP and JDU? That's it? That's all you're looking at? Which of these partners is going to say no to this?
Babu?
No, because there's another person who's a checkmate there. Who?
Pawan?
Exactly. Without Pawan Kalyan, Andhra Pradesh government will not stand. They know this. And Pawan Kalyan has been saying the right things. Except that I think he needs a systemic support. And I think the state BJP of Andhra Pradesh should start talking to him seriously. Because whether they like it or not, they don't have a local face which has his charisma and his pull. And his pull is not limited to the state of Andhra Pradesh. He has managed to actually stir the hornet's nest in Tamil Nadu as well. Okay?
Yeah, he went there.
He's done that.
Yeah.
He's gone and done that. Right? Therefore, you have a person who's willing to stick his neck out. Give him the resources necessary to get the job done to make sure that this issue becomes a central issue for governance in Andhra Pradesh. It should not be limited only to developments in economics.
How will it help, or will it help Andhra Pradesh at all?
It will. Because the people on the ground, I've met a lot of people, including from the ruling party's cadre, who say that conversion is a massive issue. I'm not limiting myself to conversion of one hue. It's across the board. So therefore, that's a massive issue. And if the cadre takes it seriously, that means there will be a bottom-up pressure to say, please go ahead and get investments. We don't have a problem with it. But don't turn a blind eye to the security aspect of it.
Okay. Right. We've discussed that part of it. Now, the other demography changes that are happening, which is the North-South issue. States like UP, Bihar, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, high fertility rates. The southern states, which is Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, low fertility rates. Now, this is causing a kind of a demographic divergence. What is your view? How is this going to impact now on the polity?
I am grateful to the populations of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar for continuing to produce children. Yeah. Because that's what is keeping the demographic balance still in our favor. But for them, if you've gone subnuclear in the south, in terms of your family structure, what is the replacement ratio that you're looking at? Less than 2.
Yeah.
So recently somebody quoted this figure.
But this is even Muslims are producing less.
No, that's where you're getting it. Exactly what I was coming to. Drop in fertility rate doesn't translate to having the same or similar numbers. From 3 to 2 or 4 to 2 is different from 10 to 6.
Okay.
So you're looking at it from a percentage point perspective. But it still translates to significant outproduction in terms of actual numbers. Okay?
Got it.
So that makes no argument. When someone says the fertility rates are dropping, that doesn't tell you the actual picture. It only means if somebody was producing 10, it has come down to 5. But if someone was producing 4 and has come down to less than 2, what do you think is worse? This argument doesn't cut ties. I'm sorry to say, I think people are making fools of us. Yeah. I know where this argument is. It smells and reeks of Hyderabadi biryani here.
Okay.
So I know that this is an absolutely illogical argument. I don't know which madrasa he learnt his mathematics from.
Yeah.
That's not how this works. Okay, this is not, I'm sorry, it's such a lousy argument to make. So therefore, this argument has no water whatsoever. So if we are subsidizing the populations of the north for producing people who can at least replace us in equal numbers, if not more, there's nothing wrong with it. Because that's the very same population that is sending you the migrant workforce.
Correct.
You can't say all of us will be white collared, but who's going to do the construction? And when they come, you start treating them like dehumanized labor. That's wrong.
But the chief ministers of the southern states are saying that they are coming and putting pressure
we should
on
be
our
very careful about
infrastructure.
this. We should be very careful about making this statement. Allow me to actually calibrate this. There is no unanimous monochromatic position in the south on the subject. Because the south is not represented by Tamil Nadu alone.
Telangana chief minister has also said that I don't have money now because...
Has TDP said this?
No.
Has Pawan Kalyan said this?
No, in fact, TDP has said have more children. Babu said that have more
Correct.
children.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means there is a certain ideology or a mindset that is hell-bent on pushing some kind of a wedge between the north and the south, citing this as one of those reasons. Will they then put some kind of restriction on the movement of labor? Then let's see who will implement the infrastructure projects. Where will they get the people from? They won't. We should stop saying this about people from Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. That's wrong. It's not right.
They are borrowing from the Trump playbook, no?
Yeah.
That we'll hire locals. Why should we hire migrants?
See, the point is this.
They're calling them migrants, though
Then
they're
let's give the
Indians.
response which Trump has been getting in his
I'm
own
just
country.
playing the devil's
I get
advocate.
that.
I don't believe in it. But
I get that. My point is, if that's the case, if locals were up to the task and they were available, they would have done the job. Nobody is working as hard as them, at least as far as these tasks are concerned. Nobody is working as cheap as them. And the poor people are putting up with inhuman treatment. I don't need to be a spokesperson for Biharis and Uttar Pradeshis, but my point is they are Indians at the end of the day. And if you start playing into this nonsense, then tomorrow we'll have huge issues. These discordant notes will work to the advantage of external actors within this country. I use the words very carefully here, who will then ask them to join their group. What do you do then? If there is a disgruntled group far away from its home, which is getting inhuman treatment, who do you think is waiting on the sidelines to यहाँ आ जाओ, दूसरे घर में आ जाओ, घर वापसी मत करो, यहाँ पे आ जाओ, बोलने के लिए तो लोग तैयार हैं यहाँ पे. Then that big picture I will never lose sight of. These voices which have emerged in the South don't represent the people of the South.
Even if they're so sure.
No, because I'm talking to people. I am not affiliated with any political organization or even an ideological organization, for God's sakes, and God's here being in plural. I don't. I'm talking to people across the board. I have had members of the youth cadre from the most virulent of Dravidist factions coming to my office and telling me, sir, we don't disagree with you. We don't think like them.
Them bole to?
Like the Dravidian ideologues. We are not anti-Hindus. They've spoken, they've discussed. So stop treating the entire South, even and let's say some of these organizations, as monoliths. There are factions within.
So there are identity debates which are happening even within
Even
those
within,
groups.
for sure.
Okay.
Yes. If there was a point when the DMK took pride in, let's say, taking out processions of Sri Ram with Chappal Mala around, and then you have the former finance minister of DMK basically saying, we actually consult the astrologer before we go for a swearing-in ceremony.
But that is so typical.
No, it's not just typical. I'm just saying finally they are talking at least about it. There is a change. They know that they can't stop this anymore. There is only two options. Let's say there are only two options available in the South, at least in Tamil Nadu. Go hard Dravidinist, or realize that there's another tide coming, because the harder you go, you're actually opening the space for another ideology. So they'll have to find a center space. That's happening in pop culture, that's happening across the board. May not be at the same pace at which I want it. But what I'm trying to say is, people of the South are not like this. This is not how we operate. This is honestly not how we operate as Bharatiyas at all. And people of the South are not different from the Bharatiya civilization. So we need to be very careful about who we give the label of being the spokesperson of the South. I will not encourage that at all.
Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching ANI podcast with Smita Prakash.
अगर हम उसको मस्जिद कहेंगे तो फिर विवाद होगा.
The issue is, टूटा है क्या भारत?
400 पार का मतलब ये है कि संविधान खतरे में है.
क्या हम लोग ये निर्देश देते हैं कि फला को गिरफ्तार करके जेल डाल दो?
वही तो कह रहे हैं सब.
ये बेबुनियाद निराधार आरोप.
सच्चा सुनना चाहो देखो स्मिता प्रकाश ANI. It does not lie.